Most people think naming a pet says something small about them, something harmless, like choosing a coffee order or a favorite color. But that's not the real question. The real question is why you needed them in the first place, and why the name you chose carries more weight than you've ever admitted out loud. See, calling yourself a pet parent didn't make you lonely. It showed you something most people are afraid to notice about what safety actually costs. By the end of this, you'll understand why that bond you formed wasn't desperate, and why the way you speak about them, the tenderness in those words, was actually you choosing something braver than most people ever will. There's a version of this story where pets are just pets, where the names we give them are playful, meaningless, where calling a cat mashed potatoes or a dog Oreo is just cute. But the true version, as with most things, is bigger, stranger, and sadder than what gets written down in the comment sections. When someone says, "I still miss her," they're not talking about an animal. They're talking about the last thing that knew how to love them without keeping score. The prescription for an aching soul, as one person called it, the salve. What matters isn't the name, it's what you needed the name to carry. Some of you named them after warriors. Xena, born on rough streets, surviving when survival wasn't guaranteed. You saw yourself in that fight. You always have. Others chose names that felt like blessings. Taylor Blessing. Not because the sound was pretty, but because you needed to say the word blessing out loud every single day. To remind yourself that good things can still arrive, that you're allowed to receive them, and some of you gave them carefree names on purpose. Oreo. Mashed potatoes. You understood something the rest of the world doesn't. That love doesn't have to be heavy to be real. But here's what changed everything. Here's what no one tells you about becoming a pet parent. It wasn't that you loved them. It's that they let you practice being the person you've always wanted to be. Patient, gentle, magnetic in your tenderness. Think about it. When's the last time someone looked at you the way your pet does? No judgment for the days you stayed in bed. No scorekeeping for the times you couldn't show up perfectly. Just presence. One person said it perfectly. I didn't rescue them. They rescued me, and that's the part that matters. Not the rescue itself, but what you were being rescued from. From a world that demands you earn affection. From relationships where love comes with conditions. From the exhausting performance of being acceptable. Your pet doesn't care if you're productive. Doesn't care if you said the right thing at dinner. Doesn't care if you're winning or losing at the game everyone else is playing. They just care that you're there. And for some of you, that's the first unconditional thing you've experienced in years, maybe ever. So when people ask what being a pet parent says about your personality, they're asking the wrong question. The real question is this: what does it say about the world you're living in that the safest love you know has 4 legs? It says you're not broken for needing that. It says you're honest enough to stop pretending human relationships are easy. It says you found a way to keep your heart open when everything else told you to close it. That 14-year-old black kitty named Pablo, the one with the calming scent and the tiny white spot on his nose, he wasn't just a pet. He was proof that you still know how to love something purely. The dog named Betty, after the woman who protected you, that wasn't nostalgia. That was you keeping safe love alive in the only way you knew how. See, the names we give our pets are maps. Maps of what we've survived, what we're still protecting, what we hope to become. You're not emotionally inefficient. You're emotionally intelligent enough to find regulation where it actually exists. And here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes pets do love us better than people do. Not because people are incapable, but because people come with their own wounds, their own scorecards, their own fears about what love will cost them. Your pet doesn't have that weight. They just have you, and you have them. And in that simplicity, something ancient and true gets to breathe again. So the question isn't why you became a pet parent. The question is why safety became so rare that you had to find it this way, and whether you're brave enough to let that change how you see yourself, not as someone who needs too much, but as someone who knows exactly what love is supposed to feel like and refuses to accept anything less.